this is Haley from OneOnRabbits.com, and in today's video, I'm gonna get a little bit more personal. Today's video is all about how I care for my rabbits with a disability. So for those of you guys who do not follow me on my personal YouTube channel or my personal Instagram account, both of those are Haley's Life Through a Lens, linked in the iCard and down in the description. You probably wouldn't know that I suffer from a couple of disabilities. The main condition that affects my mobility and being able to walk and function normally is called dysautonomia, but specifically the type of dysautonomia I suffer from is called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It basically means that my autonomic nervous system doesn't work correctly when I am standing, hence the postural part of POTS. And because of that, that can be quite difficult when caring for rabbits and animals in general, because standing and walking is, involved in caring for them, cleaning up after them, things like that. So I had a lot of people ask me if I could give advice or tips on how I care for my rabbits with a disability. So the hardest things for me with my specific disability, chronic illness, is cleaning up after the bunnies. That's probably the hardest thing for me personally, especially when my POTS is acting up and really bad, because POTS can cause really high heart rates, pre-syncope, which is almost passing out, and passing out. It can also cause your blood to pool into your feet, leaving lack of blood flow through the rest of your body. Again, if you need to learn more about this, I have it linked in the iCard, a video where I explain all about it. But basically, standing and walking and cleaning is very, very difficult and can cause you to have a lot of more blackouts or be very dizzy, very lightheaded, and just feel very sick in general. So because of that, I ask for help if I am feeling very, very sick that particular week. I will ask my dad to come help me vacuum the bunnies for me. Vacuuming is really difficult. He also helps me fill up the hay boxes because those are quite heavy to lift and carry. However, my dad is not always here. He's gone 3 months in the winter and he goes to Florida, and then in the summer times he lives in a different town. Well, him and my mom both do, whatever. So because of that, they're only around in my city a couple months out of the year, but when they are here and I am feeling extra sick, I will ask for help if I need it. So that is a very good tip. Another thing I do is if I don't have help available is I try to pace myself. I try to space things out. So for example, I might clean the litter boxes one day and that's it. And then the next day I will vacuum. And then the next day I would do laundry. And so I just try to kind of space it out so that I'm not doing everything in one day. That's what I try to do. I also try to clean Ebony and Sterling on a separate day than I clean out Lulu, just because then I'm not like cleaning for like 3 or 4 hours in one day. That could be quite tiring and cause me to be very sick. Could also do something like if you know you're not gonna be able to like clean out your litter boxes for some reason, you could buy an extra set of litter boxes and have it pre-filled with litter. So you could just take the old ones out, put the new ones in, and clean the old ones, the next day when you have more energy or something like that. Another thing you can do is try to sit down as much as possible while cleaning. So something me and my parents decided to do was get something called a rollerator, which is basically like a type of walker, kind of like what old people use. And yes, it can be kind of embarrassing, especially when you're young and 22 years old, to use a walker, but I'm mainly using it in my home. I'm not really using it outside of the home. I have a wheelchair for that, and my wheelchair doesn't really work well in my house just because my house is very small, and I'm not able to like turn around in my kitchen in the wheelchair without hitting the cupboards. I've already marked some of the cupboards up by whacking it with the wheelchair. So yeah, we got this rollerator, which I'm actually sitting in right now. It's a lot smaller. It wheels like, you can just like turn it really easily. So I actually got this week as my Christmas present, so I'm gonna be using this when cleaning the bunny pens, which I think will be super, super helpful so that I can sit down and do a lot more things instead of like standing and trying to do it all. Because something that's really hard with POTS is squatting down and standing back up. That's like the worst thing you could do. It could cause you to black out or pass out really easily. So hopefully if I have this, I can sit down and bend over instead of like squatting down. So that's another tip. Try something like this. You can also use like an office chair or just like standard chair to sit on or a stool, something like that. In Lulu's room, she's in the spare bathroom, so I actually just sit on the toilet with the lid closed, and I just try to clean as much as possible sitting on the toilet. I know that's really weird, but it actually works really well, and you might have seen me do that in previous videos, so that's another tip. I mean, if you have a toilet randomly sitting there, you know, I don't know why you would. Another thing that can be very difficult for me personally is buying bunny food. So for my groceries, I do Walmart pickup. So I basically just like drive to the store and they put it in my car and I drive home. But one, I don't trust other people to pick up my bunny veggies. And two, Walmart has horrible rabbit veggies where I live. So for that reason, I tend to go to my very small local grocery store. They tend to have better veggies, which is definitely a plus. And also the produce department is like right inside the doors and it's a really short walking distance. So I can park really close to the store, walk in, get the veggies. I go straight to the self-checkout and go home. Like that's all I do. Sometimes that could be quite difficult. So I could go and use my wheelchair. I haven't been doing that recently because I didn't have a car that I could use my wheelchair with. I had to use my parents' car. But I just got a new car that fits my wheelchair, so I might be using that a lot more when I'm going out, which would be super nice. For me personally, daily care isn't a huge deal. I'm normally feeling a lot better in the mornings and a lot better at nights than I do in the middle of the day. So I tend to be able to get up, feed the bunnies, feed the cat, all of that stuff in the morning, and then I kind of just rest in the afternoon, and then at night I'm able to feed them all again and do things like that. So daily care isn't a huge deal. It's normally just like buying veggies or cleaning up after them that are like the ones that make me feel the sickest. Some people were wondering how I groom them with pots, because a lot of the times in my videos you see me standing there grooming them, things like that. I tend to schedule those grooming days on days I feel the best. So I don't schedule them in advance. Obviously, I never know when I'm gonna feel good. So on a particular day, if I'm like, oh, I'm feeling pretty okay, and the bunnies need to be groomed, I will do it that day. Otherwise, if I am having like a really bad month or something, I will do one rabbit at a time instead of trying to do all 3 bunnies in one day. So I'll do Sterling one day and just clip his nails and groom him. And then the next day I'll do Ebony or, you know, something like that. That's also a good tip, is just to like space it out. Other than that, I don't really have any other tips. The biggest thing, it is very difficult to own pets with a disability. However, I think it is very, very helpful to have pets with a disability because one, it makes you get up and actually do something during your day instead of just laying in bed feeling sorry for yourself. So that is super helpful. So that is a reason why I haven't been getting more rabbits after my rabbits pass away. If you guys remember back in like 2016, 2017, I had 5 bunnies. And after Belle and Mocha passed away, I never got new rabbits to like, I don't know, just have more rabbits. And that's because I don't really want more than 2 bunnies again in the future due to my health and due to, you know, my situation. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope this helped. I know not a lot of you guys are disabled out there or have chronic illnesses, but there are quite a few of you who watch my videos that are. And the rest of you might just find this very interesting. I hope you guys found this helpful. Leave any comments down below if you have any specific questions. I'd be happy to answer them. But that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos on rabbits and rabbit care. Don't forget to check out my online store, 101rabbits.com. I have a lot of super fun rabbit toys and rabbit chews. I am so excited. I'm gonna be adding more products very, very soon. They are on the way and I am so excited. I've been having so much fun with the store. Thank you guys so much for the support. You guys have helped me out so much, especially recently. I've been able to get a new car so that I'm able to have my wheelchair in my car so that I can get out more. Like, your support means so much to me and I could not do any of the things I do without you guys. So thank you guys so much. I will see you very soon on a new video. Bye. Oh my goodness, this video is wow, that was loud. But if I'm feeling good enough, I keep spitting. I have, they are on the way. Wow, that was weird. Hey, don't make noise. Come on, come up here. Yes. EDS, which is Milo. So basically, Milo. Milo, can you not? Mentally, and how to treat it.